Hey everyone, Ryan here. So last weekend was a big success with Comic-Con at home. I really enjoyed it. It's just too bad it wasn't at San Diego, but because of the pandemic, we were able to do that this year. But I'm really hoping it happens next year because just let you guys know, I've never been to a Comic-Con before down in San Diego. It is pretty exciting from when I'm here. People dress up. They get all worked up. There's big lines, of course, to get into it. It's the biggest event of the year, of course, with it's Comic-Con. It's Comic-Con. Anything based on movies, comics, TV shows, anything related to comics, name it, they got it. But I just want to point out, too, I want to give credit to Comic-Con for doing, and YouTube this year for actually doing this, what we got at home last year. Thank you very much for doing that. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys have not watched the panels yet, from what I'm seeing, even from today, they still have the panels up. I don't know how much longer they will be up, but you can still view panels that you might have missed if you were watching it last weekend. You can still go back to the other panels you want to watch. And how many panels did I hit last weekend? I hit a lot, I think. I hit like 3 a day, then Saturday was the big 5, of course. So I think I probably saw close to 15 or 16 other panels. And Monday, after the whole thing was over, I went back to actually see if those things on YouTube would actually still be on there for the panels. And yes, they are. And because of that, I even checked another panel out on Monday. So it still continues on as it is. So you can actually view things you might have missed during Comic-Con at home last weekend on YouTube right now. The one I watched on Monday, I'm going to mention this too because I'm a big Doctor Who fan. And there was a panel, who was your best doctor? And maybe in a different video I will do it, but I don't want to do it in this one because I really can carry on a great conversation with the Doctor Who franchise. You gotta remember, Doctor Who came back out in the early 1960s, and it actually, believe it or not, got reinvented in 2005 into the time period of now, of course. So it's been around for 12 seasons, but let me cover that in a different video. If you guys want to hear that, let me know because I am really excited to see that we can still view stuff on YouTube as is for different panels. I had a blast. I was able to get information down. There was different panels. If you guys have watched my videos last weekend, I kind of split them up to day 1 to day 3. Then I went to day 4 to day 5 because it would have been way too big. Probably been close to an hour of footage I actually got from last weekend. I just had a really good time with it. It's just like every 2 years, I go to this Disney convention thing down in Anaheim, which is the D23, which kind of makes me wonder if that's going to happen next year. I'm really crossing my fingers and hopefully they do. And what's going to happen with that, because usually the lines with that are pretty crazy just as well. And it's hard to say what's going to happen because in our new normal world as right now, I'm thankful that once again, Comic-Con did what they did last weekend for giving us those panels at home and viewing. And I think the thing I really liked about it too is they got creative. If you guys are familiar with Zoom, for those who actually did watch those panels last weekend, they used that Zoom effect of having everyone on the panel they would actually have and sit down and actually talk about what they might be talking about. In other words, there was lots of anniversaries last weekend with Constantine turning 15. We had Bugs Bunny turning 80 years old. That's pretty incredible. And the Bill and Ted conversation was awesome. The Bill and Ted Face the Music. And we got special clips of what the movie's going to look like. I actually checked out that new shark movie too, just as well. Deep Blue Sea 3. I can't believe they actually gotten that far as it is. But I had a really good time with it. And it's just still a lot I want to watch too. Because every single day, it just seemed like at least a good 30 or maybe 25, maybe more than that. More panels than that for each day. So I'm excited to see we can actually go back in time right now to watch those panels from last weekend. And if you guys are really having a blast with this, let me know down below. I'm just really excited. Last weekend, because since I've been stuck in a shelter in place for quite a while, that really lightened my day for last weekend. I was doing it multiple days since it started last Wednesday. We had it 5 days. Usually it's a 4-day event too. So it's a big event, I gotta say. But I'm happy to actually join the Comic-Con for the first time this year. I'm really glad to see that. And I'm kind of hoping come next year just as well that Comic-Con will come back to San Diego. And maybe I can actually attend that event. Okay, so I do have a question for people that have been to the Comic Con down in San Diego. I'm quite curious as it is because I know a lot of people dress up for the event. As you can see, I'm wearing a Back to the Future shirt, which is kind of in relation of Comic Con, believe it or not. There was a comic, believe it or not, related to Back to the Future. And after the Back to the Future trilogy, they actually did a animated TV show on TV. And what did he dress up as? I'm quite curious what it is that you actually did. I have seen pictures, and it looks like a lot of people do. I'd love to see that. Again, I said I've attended the D23 every 2 years, and people are always dressing up there. It's always cool to see, and people are usually really friendly. If you want pictures with them, you can actually get it. And I'm really hoping, crossing my finger, that it does happen next year. That way I can actually attend Comic-Con for my first time in San Diego. So in other words, I'm going to start wrapping this up and saying, my name's Ryan. Leave some comments down below. I would love to hear your reactions, especially what happened last weekend. And if you have been to Comic-Con, let me know how it was. I can really feel that it's a really big event. And yes, it's a big treat to actually be there and be in that environment. So I'm going to wrap this up. As you can see, I can really talk on and on about this certain subject as it is. My name's Ryan, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.